So what I want to demonstrate to you today is how to produce either an envelope or labels to go along with your letters when you're using Word. Okay, so first of all, let me share my screen. And we will now go and open up Word document. Okay, actually, and we have a blank one open. I do, I've got a blank Word document open. So if we have produced our letter, this document is our letter. Okay, what I want to do now is either print out a printed address on an envelope, if my printer will accept envelopes, or it may be that I have to have a page of labels, which I will then stick on an envelope. Okay, so let me see. We should be going to mailings in the top tab up here. Okay, so normally you're sitting in the home tab, you should be going to mailings. So mailings, and if I choose envelopes here, I'll show you both ways of doing it. Okay, so if it's an envelope, what I would need you to do is type in the address here. So Mrs. K. McLennan, 123 High Street, Anytime, EB 1458, something like that. Okay, and you would then tell it to print if you can add envelopes to your printer. Some printers will accept this, some printers won't. It also depends on the setup that your printer has and whether it has a manual feeder or not. Okay, another option which is quite common within offices is for a page of labels to be used, and you would print out the address on the label, peel the label off and stick it onto the envelope. Okay, so in that case we would go to labels, but this label that's coming up automatically is Microsoft half letter postcard label. Okay, what I want to do is choose a different option, and then I would also go to single label as well, single label, which I'll show you, I'll explain in a minute. Okay, so the options, the most commonly used labels within any office are Avery L7160. So I go in here for options and label vendors, come down to Avery. A4, A5 is the size of envelopes. Okay, and if I come down here, L7160. Okay, so 7160. So you need to come down L7160. I come all the way down to the sevens. It does take a wee bit of time to find them. Okay, 7160. Back up a wee bit. We're getting there. 7160. And 7160 is basically a row. There are 7 rows of 3 labels on the page. So there's 21 labels altogether. Okay, L7160. Okay, and if I put in here new label, there we go. Not new label. If I just choose this one in, okay. Okay, that's it. The address label is here. So the page size is your typical A4 page size, 21 by 29.6 centimeters. Okay, the label itself, the height is 3.81 and the width is 6.3. So there are 3 labels going across the page and 7 labels going down the page. So 3 in the columns and 7 in the rows. Okay, I'll press OK. And here we go. This is where if I'd used the first 2 or 3 labels, if I'd used the first 2 labels already on my sheet of labels, but I wanted to use the same sheet of labels instead of using a new one, I could tell it that it's row 1, but it's column 3, for instance. Okay, and then I would just tell it to print. That's what I would do. Okay, and you will take a screenshot of this showing me that it's Avery A4, A5, L7160, and that's your label, and you can choose whichever column and row you want. Okay. If I press cancel and show you how these labels would look, so basically it would be a table of 7. This is how they would appear on the screen, but they would take up your entire page. Okay, so each label would be an entire page. So when we're talking about row 1, label 3, it would be this one over here. Okay, but the labels themselves, that's the most commonly used labels within an office. Avery L7160. Okay, let me get rid of this just now. Delete the table. Okay, so for that, what we had to do was, come back in, you had to go into your mailings and then you chose envelopes, labels here. Okay, I went into envelopes to start with, and then I changed to labels over here. I made sure that I changed my options, changed to Avery A45, and then I came down to L7160, which is about here somewhere. 7160. I pressed OK. And I can put my address in here. Mrs. K. McLennan, 123 High Street, Anytown, AB234H. There we go. And as I said, I could tell it a single label. If it's just one label that I'm printing, then I could just tell it which row. So according to which labels I've already used. And that would be it. Okay. If I stop sharing and come back. And that's a very, very simple way of producing labels and envelopes, printing envelopes. Thank you.